Hi everyone. I've added this lecture to the census section as the 1921 census recently became available on the Find My Past website. So I thought I'd have a look at it and just quickly go through what you can expect. First of all, currently, although you can search the census for free, there is a small charge to actually view either the transcript or the original record, even if you have a subscription. This is to cover the costs involved in digitising the lengthy documents, a huge project given that the 1921 census covers so many more individuals than the 1911 census. It seems that the National Archives have signed an exclusive contract with Find My Past, as they had the job of organising the documents for publication. So currently, this census is not available at any other website. According to the Find My Past website, this will be the case for at least the next 3 years. So unless you can easily get to the National Archives at Kew, Manchester Central Library, or the National Library of Wales, where you can access the census for free, then you are going to have to commit to spending some money at Find My Past. So, next, let's have a look at what this census contains. Now, I can't show you an original page, as this would probably break copyright rules, but I will show you what the columns contain. And look at the top of the page to see this. Now, unlike previous census records, there's no address given on the page itself. This is because the main page with the information is written on the back of the form and the address is written on the front. Now, when you view the record at Find My Past, you will see an option to view the address, which is accessible with no extra fee. When you're on the page, just click on the film strip at the bottom and you'll see the options for viewing. Now, on the main page, as you would expect, the first column is the name and surname of each person in the household on the night of Sunday, the 24th of April, 1921. And then the second column, as before, is for putting in the relationship of each person to the head of the household, whether this is a family relationship or a visitor, boarder or servant. And we then have age. Now, there is a change in this census in that age is given now in years and months rather than just years. And this can help in giving us a more specific date of birth. Next comes sex, which is straightforward as M for male and F for female. Now the next column is a change from what we've had before. In previous census records, this column showed whether a person was married or single or widowed. In this census, they have also added whether someone is divorced. This is an interesting change, as divorce had now become easier and therefore was becoming more common than ever before. And we also have an interesting change here for what to put in this column for children under the age of 15. So you were asked to indicate whether a child's parents were both alive or whether one or other parent or both had died. This may seem unnecessary, but think of the difficulties of households where a child was a stepchild of one of the parents or adopted. This column could help future genealogists work out whether a child was actually the child of the parents in the record or not. Now, in all previous census records, the next column would have been the occupation, but there's a change here as they ask for the place of birth in the next column, as well as nationality. Then the next 4 sub-columns come under the main heading of occupation and employment. The first sub-column gives us an extra column for children or students, whether they are full or part-time at school or other educational institution. The second sub-column is for a person's actual occupation or trade. The third subcolumn is for whether they are working for an employer or employing persons themselves or working on their own account. And the fourth subcolumn is for the place of work, which will be of useful interest for genealogists. And finally, the last column, there is a space for all men to put in how many living children they have and their ages. And notice that unlike the 1911 census, there is no information given about how many years a couple had been married or how many children had died. So, apart from the place or occupation, there's not much more information in the 1921 census than there was in the 1911 census. But one more thing that may be of interest to you. If you look again at the film strip at the bottom of the page, you will see that you can also see the map of the area. It's quite interesting to see these maps and compare them to what is there today on modern maps. So, I hope you found this extra session of use. It is sad to think that we now will not see another census record until the 1951 census, which comes out in about 30 years' time. I'll be in my 90s by then, which is a sobering thought. But in the meantime, don't forget that we also have the 1939 register and electoral records. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. In the meantime, enjoy searching the 1921 census. Cheers for now. Bye.